Hello children, I welcome you all for the first language English 8th standard poetry Benjamin Jones Goes Swimming, Alina Fisher. Yes children, we really enjoy this poem when you come across. Again a warm welcome to this poetry session. Yes, we come to the first part of this. What is this? You can see there. See, the plane is flying, is it not? Now, my question is, who invented the airplane? Who invented? Who are these persons? Yes, children, they are Wright brothers. Yes. Now, we will move on to next question. Can you see who are these people here? Those who are climbing? Who are these? Yes. See, my question is, who climbed the Mount Everest for the first time from India? So, the answer is Tenzing Norgay and Edmund Hillary. Now, let us go to another question. See children, my question is, what is Thomas Alva Edison famous for? So, this is Thomas Alva Edison here, and he is famous for invention of bulb, is it not? But if you go behind this personality, you can see something else. What is that? He is a expelled student. He was thrown out, he was sent out by the school. See, such person invented. Next, we are moving on to next question. That is, maybe you can see this person and you have been seeing this person. My question is, you have to search for this person. Find out why he is remembered today. This person is Nick. Can you see this person? We all have hands, legs. Can you see this person? What is that? He is lacking. Something is greater today and he has become famous today, and we all have to be inspired by these personalities. Yes children, now let us see why history remembers all these personalities even today. Why? They have done something remarkable, having many hurdles and challenges. See, this is the main thing you have to understand. And my question is, how this will connect to our poem? Interesting, no? Come, let us see how this poem will connect to our, these things will connect to our poem. Today, we are going to appreciate and enjoy the incredible person's success. Okay, what's the poem name? We have seen already. Benjamin Jones Goes Swimming. Yes, children. Now, come to the poet here. Our poetess means the person who has written is here. Her name is Eileen Fisher. Eileen Fisher was born in Iron River, Michigan on September 9th, 1906 to Nelson E. and Lucia Fisher. Educated between 1923 to 1925 at the University of Chicago, Fisher transferred to the University of Missouri and received her degree in journalism in 1927, and she passed away on December 2nd, 2002 when she was at the age of 96, and her occupation is children's writer. See, that this is the specialty. She is a poet and she is also a playwright. Her notable works are Otherwise, After a Bath, Valley of the Smallest, and notable awards. So, this is the main thing we have to understand. NCTE Award for Excellence in Poetry for Children. So, poetry for children. Now, children, we are coming into the poetry session. See, you have to take page number 82 from your textbook. Okay, we are going to the pre-reading task there. Have you ever participated in a competition? Have you ever participated? You all very interested or enthusiastic to participate in all the events, is it not? So, my question is now, how did you feel at the start of the competition? So, if you are standing for a running race, how you felt? Can you recall to your mind? Did you win a prize? If you are really competed in any events, if you are taken part in any event, sometimes you might have won or sometimes you may not have won. So, my question is, if you are won, how did you feel? If you really lost the game, how did you feel? Sometimes you will be very happy when you win. You feel very sad when you lose a match, is it not? Now, children, come to the poem. We will recite and appreciate the poem. What is the poem name? We are going into the special poem name, that is Benjamin Jones Goes Swimming. Yes, children. Here is the Benjamin Jones. Benjamin Jones, in confident tone, told his wife, on 4th of July, I think I will compete in the free for all meet. I bet I can win if I try. But his wife said, my word, how very absurd. You haven't gone swimming for years. With others so fast, you are sure to be last, and I will blush to the tip of my ears. Well, the 4th quickly came, and waiting acclaim. Wonderful swimmers gallow, each poised in his place for the start of the race, while spectators crowded the shore. The contest began, and Benji, poor man, was passed on the left and the right. His pace was so slow that a crab saw his toe and thought it would venture a bite. Ben noticed the crab as it started to grab, and perhaps the result can be guessed. The thought of his toe in the claws of his foe made him swim like a swimmer possessed, and the crowd on the shore sent up a great roar as Ben took the lead in the dash, while his wife on the dock received such a shock she fell into the lake with a splash. Yes, children, we have come to the end of the recitation. Now, we are moving on to the poem in detail. Now, first we are going to our first 4 lines of this poem. Benjamin Jones, in a confident tones, told his wife on the 4th of July, I think I'll compete in the free for all meet. I bet I can win if I try. Okay. See the brief summary of this poem. What is that? Benjamin Jones with a confident. What is that? Confident tone. Tone shows that he is completely believing in himself that he will do. He will rock. He will come. So, in a confident tone states to his wife that he will be participating in the swimming open meet arranged on 4th of July. Yes, children, you have understood this. We are moving on to the meanings of this 4-line stanza. What is the meaning? You are really not aware. See there, the confident. Confident is nothing but sure, is sure of it. Okay. Now, you can see a picture there, the picture of the bird. See the sentence? The bird was confident that it would win the singing competition. So, it was so sure because it believes of his voice or singing melody or maybe something like that. Okay. We are moving on to the next one, that is free for all meet. Anyone can participate. The meaning of that is anyone can participate in that meet. Now, children, see the boy here, what the boy is doing. See there the sentence, I am rushing to take part in running meet which is free for all. So, he is rushing, he is running. So, you have understood this meaning. We are moving on to rhyme scheme. Children, there is no such thing in the textbook, but let me bring to your knowledge what are these things you have to have in mind. They have asked for the rhyming words in this poem, but you have to understand the rhyme scheme of this poem. See the first sentence there. In the first sentence, Benjamin Jones in confident tones told his wife on the 4th of July, I think I will compete in the free for all meet. I bet I can win if I try. See the end of these lines. See which word rhymes with the same word. See there the ending words, tones, July, meet, try. Which words rhymes with each other? Which line? July and try. See, when we name this in under rhyme scheme, we name like first line as A and second line as B and third line as C, whereas the fourth line as B. Why B? You have to understand that B matches with the second line of the B because they rhyme the same in the ending. Okay, this is the rhyme scheme of this poem. Okay, this is not there in the textbook, but you should understand the rhyme scheme of this poem. Okay, A, B, C, B. Okay, A, B, C, B. There you don't find A rhyme with the C there. See there, tones, meet. It is entirely different words ending. But here with the tones of July and try, you have sounds of July and try, the same sounds. Okay. So, this comes under A, B and C, B rhyme scheme. Now, we are moving on to rhyming words. So, rhyming words of this 4-line stanza. What is that? John's, tones, compete, meet. So, they end with the same sound. Next, we are moving on to another stanza of the poem. But his wife said, my word, how very absurd. You haven't gone swimming for years with others so fast. You are sure to be last and I will blush to the tip of my ears. Yes, children, let us come to the brief summary of these lines. See, Benji's wife replied, stating how foolish it was for an elderly person who had no practice for many years to take part in the event. Yes, he had not at all practiced for long duration. Even then, he wanted to take part. It was a foolish thing for a wife to believe that he will win. Okay. Now, we will know the meaning of this stanza, that is absurd, foolish. Okay. See there, what is the picture? Did not see the sentence there. How absurd to believe a person who has many faces. It is foolish thing to believe who has many faces. Is it not? We are moving on to another meaning, children. Now, blush. You feel very shy. See here, what is it doing? Please don't force me. I feel very blush to show my face. Is it not? So, it is feeling very shy. We are moving on to the rhyming words of this 4-line stanza. Fast, last, absurd, word, years, years. Okay. Next stanza. Well, the fourth quickly came, and waiting, acclaim where wonderful swimmers gallow, each poised in his place for the start of the race, while spectators crowded the shore. Now, we are moving on to the brief summary of these 4 lines. Yes, the 4th of July came very quickly, poised with wonderful swimmers who waited eagerly with all acclaims by the spectators. Yes, all the swimmers experts have come there and they have been waiting. They have been waiting eagerly for the event to start. Yes, we go for the meaning. What is that meaning there? Acclaim. They are waiting for praise. So, some praise when they see the swimmers standing there, they praise. Now, you can see a plant here. I was acclaimed for distributing plants on World Environmental Day. So, I was given praise or I was praised. Next, children. Poised. Poised means stood ready. See there, you can see the boys here. The boys poised themselves for the running event. So, they are getting ready. They are ready to run, is it not? So, poised means stood ready. Now, rhyming words. Gallow, shore. Place, race. We are moving on to next stanza. The contest began and Benji, poor man, was passed on the left and the right. His pace was so slow that a crab saw his toe and thought it would venture a bite. Okay, now we are moving on to the brief summary of this 4-line stanza. As the contest started, Benji was pushed back from both the sides of the swimmers. He happened to see a crab trying to bite his toe. Now, you have to imagine how speed the person is going. What is that showing? He is in the last of that swimmers group. Is it not? Yes, children. Now, we are going into the meanings of these words. Contest meaning competition. See there what you can see here in the picture. See what it is telling. I won the first place in the eating laddu contest. You can't imagine eating like that, is it not? Okay, we are moving on to next meaning. What is that? Venture. Try to bite. Okay, see there what it came? The crab. Okay, it is ready. The crab was trying to venture a bite when I was swimming. So, if you also go, it will bite. Okay. Now, we are moving on to rhyming words. Began, man. Bite, right. Slow, toe. Yes, children, we are reaching to the next stanza of this poem. Ben noticed the crab as it started to grab, and perhaps the result can be guessed. The thought of his toe in the claw of his foe made him swim like a swimmer possessed. Now, the real power which was within him started to act, and he started to what? Really swim. We are coming into the brief summary now. See there, when Ben saw the crab trying to bite his toe, made him to escape from its claws, but this resulted in the final moment of the competition. What is that final moment? What happened in the final moment? We will see. Yes, the meanings of this stanza, foe. Foe is nothing but an enemy. Okay. See there the picture. What's the picture? Our foe wanted to attack this area by throwing bomb. So, the person is with the bomb, is the enemy, foe, wanted to attack this. We are moving on to another meaning, children. We are moving on to rhyming words, children now. See there, crab, grab, guest, possessed, foe, toe. Okay. Now, the next stanza. And the crowd on the shore sent up a great roar as Ben took the lead in the dash, while his wife on the dock received such a shock she fell in the lake with a splash. So, what happened? It's an unbelievable, incredible success, is it not? Let us see the summary. The spectators on the show were screaming in cheer for the lead of the Benji had taken. His wife couldn't believe she fell into the lake with a splash. Is it not? If you can't believe a person doing an amazing work, you will get shock. So, in that shock, what she did? She fell into that dock. Okay. Now, what do we learn from this poem? See there? Nothing can stop us from becoming successful when our focus is on our goal. Not even our age, our status, our qualification and power. All these are only optional. Okay. If you make a mind, if you are really willing to do something, you can achieve, can become success. Watch this video, children.
The story of Punyakoti, the cow.
Once upon a time, Punyakoti lived with her friends and her child. She loved her friends above all. She loved her child who was very attached to her. One day, Punyakoti went with her friends to eat grass in the forest land. She had left her calf at home. While nibbling at the green grass, Punyakoti had moved away from her friends and gone deeper into the forest. To her horror, she was stopped by a hungry tiger.
Oh, tiger, please spare my life. I'm a mother. I have a calf at home, waiting for me to return.
You want me to allow you to go home when I'm hungry?
Punyakoti realized that the tiger was right. He was hungry, so why would he make an exception for her?
At least allow me to go and say goodbye to my calf. I'll hug her once and then I'll come back. I promise.
Okay, go, but come back fast.
Punyakoti reached home. She hugged a child. She requested her friends to take care of her calf.
If she is in front of you, please do not push her away with your horns. If she is behind you, do not kick her.
Her friends were very sad. They even asked her not to return to the forest.
Please don't go. Why should you go?
She said nothing, but there were tears in her eyes. The calf said,
Please, Ma, don't leave me and go.
No, my child, I have to go. Truth is our father and mother. If we do not abide by truth, the Lord will not like it.
Taking leave of her calf and her friends, Punyakoti walked towards the forest. The tiger was waiting impatiently.
Who will return to certain death? She won't come back. Other tigers will laugh at me when they hear of what I have done.
Just then, he saw Punyakoti coming towards him. He was surprised and asked,
Why did you choose to come back knowing that you will meet your end?
I had given my word, so I am here. Go ahead and satisfy your hunger.
This left the tiger thinking. It was rare for any animal to be so truthful.
All right, I think I can hold on for a while till I find some other food. You go home now. Go back to your calf.
Thank you.
Punyakoti thanked the tiger and went home to her calf. Truth always prevails.
What's the speciality about this video? Can you remember the poem? Yes, this is the virginal song of Punyakoti. You remember how the song has been made a story, is it not? Now, your homework is to make a story, this poem. Now, children, we are coming into another part that is there in your textbook, page number 83. See there, they have given an activity, that is the activity from your poem. Answer the following question as directed. The poem is in the style of dash. See the 4 options they have given: a dialogue, anticlimax, satire and climax. Now, my question is, if you really know what exactly this is, you will answer the exactly, but if you don't know, you cannot answer. So, answer is satire. But my question is, what is satire? You have to understand this, otherwise you cannot say what exactly real option is. So, a satire is nothing but the use of humor, irony, exaggeration or ridicule to expose and criticize people's stupidity or vices, particularly in the context of contemporary politics and other topical issues. So, you have to understand you are criticizing or ridiculing or you are exposing the thing in an indirect way. In a indirect way, or maybe criticizing, or you are being teasing, or you may make fun of it, something like that. You are not stating directly, that is satire. Okay. So, the option is satire. And for other questions, children, what you have to do is, you have to refer to the textbook and you have to understand and you have to come out with the answers for the first activity, all the questions there in the textbook. Okay. Can you see on this all these questions? Appreciate the following expressions in 3-4 sentences each. See now what you have to do, you have to answer. With others so fast, you are sure to be last. Okay, you have to appreciate the expression of this poem. His pace was so slow that a crab saw his toe and thought it would venture a bite. Now, the third question is, see, she fell in the lake with a splash. Okay, children. The third question, compose a 4-lined poem with any humorous situation which you have come across and present it to the class. So, now you cannot go and present, but you can work out on this. Please sit and think and write something. You have many experiences with you. Okay, you make it as you know and get that cleared when you go to the classroom, teachers, or else you can post it or send it in the WhatsApp. Now, children, we are moving on to another exercise, that is third activity. Let's read and respond. Fill in the blanks based on your understanding of the poem. First one, Benjamin told his wife that dash. You have to pick the statement from the poem. Second one, it was a dash competition. Third one, Benjamin's wife said that he would come last because you have to understand now. Now, we are moving on to the last question part of this comprehension part. Answer the following questions in 2 or 3 sentences each. First question, what did Benjamin inform his wife? Second one, why did Benjamin's wife discourage him? Third one, how did Benjamin win the swimming competition? Fourth one, what do you learn from this poem? Okay, children, we have come to the end of this session. Hope you all understood this poem, and I hope you will sit and complete all the home assignment. Thank you so much. Thank you, children.
ಅನುದಿನ ಅನುಕ್ಷಣ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲೂ ಕಲಿಯೋಣ
ಹೊಸ ಹಾದಿಯಲಿ ಜೊತೆಗೂಡಿ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಯ ಹಾಕೋಣ